Hello students, welcome back. Today we'll be starting with class 9th chapter number 1 Matter in our surrounding. So in this chapter particularly we'll be dealing with the different classifications of matter. So before we proceed for this, you all should know what is a matter. So if I ask you to look around, whatever is around you is said to be a matter. Now, how can you define a matter is? A matter is anything that occupies space and having mass. So if you look around, everything present around you is occupying some space, be it a pen, pencil, chair, pillow, whatever it is occupying some space, right? And it is also having some mass, be it air. Also air is also present around you. Air is also occupying some space and having some mass. So anything which is having space, which is occupying some space and having mass, is said to be matter. That means everything around you is said to be a matter. So I hope the term matter is clear to all of you. So you can say anything that is occupying space and having mass is said to be a matter. Now let's talk about the different classification of matter. Now matter can be broadly classified according to physical properties or also according to their chemical properties. According to the physical properties, matter are classified into three types, that is solids, liquids and gases. And according to the chemical properties, matter is classified as elements, compounds and mixtures. So students, in this chapter, we'll be talking about the classification of matter according to physical properties, that is solids, liquids and gases. You might have studied these terms in your junior classes, but in this chapter, we'll be discussing about these topics in detail. Secondly, the classification of matter according to chemical properties, that is elements, compounds and mixtures, you will be studying in the second chapter, that is matter around us pure? Before moving to the types of matter according to physical properties, we should know about the characteristics of particles of matter. So here are few characteristics of particles of matter. That is, first one, the particle of matter are very small. Secondly, the particles of matter have spaces between them. Third, the particle of matter are constantly moving. Next, the particles of matter attract each other. Now let me explain you these characteristics in detail. So let's study about the first characteristics or properties of particle of matter. So the first characteristics, the particle of matter are very small. So as you know, any matter is made up of very small particles. So let's have an experiment to prove this. Okay, for this what you need is, you need a beaker filled with plain water. Alright, and in that beaker add few drops of, or 1 or 2 drop of any colored ink. Okay, you can add blue, black, whatever. Okay, in this case I have added blue ink, so the water of the color of the water has changed into blue, right? Now what you need to do is, you need to take 10 ml of water from this beaker and add it to the another beaker which is having water. Okay, you will add 10 ml from this beaker, A beaker, to beaker B. Okay, when you add the 10 ml of water to beaker B, you will see the color of this water also turn blue, but the color of the water in this beaker is bit lighter. Okay, now what you need to do is, you have to take 10 ml of water from this beaker and you need to add into the third beaker filled with water. Okay, so as you add 10 ml, you will see this color of the water also change to blue or any other color which you have taken. But you will again see that the color of water in this beaker will be bit lighter than the second beaker. That means this will be again a bit lighter, right? So this shows, as again you can also take 10 ml from this and add it to another beaker. So this shows that we have added a 1 or 2 drop of water ink in this water and it turns into blue. Again, when we are diluting, it's again showing some color. It is getting lighter, but it is showing some color. This shows that even one drop of particle matter is made up of very small particles. So this proves our first characteristics, that is, particle of matter are very small. So now let's study about the second property or characteristics of particle of matter, that is, particle of matter have spaces between them. You have any matter, the particle of the matter will be having some spaces between them. To understand this better, let's take one example. For this, you need to take one beaker and fill 50 water till 50 ml. Okay. In the next step, what you need to do is, you need to add sugar or salt, that is 15 gram, or you can also take 10 gram, and you have to add the salt or sugar into the beaker. And then in the next step, you need to keep stirring until the time the salt or sugar is being dissolved. Okay, you'll see that the sugar and salt has been dissolved. Then in the next step, when you'll see that the level of the water is still 50 ml. It has not increased. Okay, the level of the water remains 50 ml. That was in the first case. That means the matter, that is sugar or salt, that has been added to the water, that has been dissolved into the water, has taken the spaces that was already present between the water. That means any matter which is there is having some space. Okay, so the salt or sugar that we have added is taken the space between the liquid. So this experiment proves this, that particle of matter have spaces between them. Let's study about the third property of particle of matter, that particle of matter are constantly moving. To understand this, let's take few examples. For example, you are burning an incense stick in the one corner of the house. Alright, or incense stick or dhubati, you're burning that incense stick in the one corner of the room. But after some time, you'll see that the aroma or the fragrance of that incense stick is being spread to the whole house. Right? Why this happens? Because as you were burning the incense stick in the one corner, but the aroma or the fragrance spread to the whole house. This is because the particle of matter is constantly moving. They are constantly moving. So it spread from one corner to the next corner or the whole house. So this experiment shows that particle of matter are constantly moving. Take one more example to understand this property. For example, you are very hungry and you are coming directly from your school and your mama is cooking something for you. Alright. So as soon you enter the house or as soon you enter open the door, you'll get the aroma or the fragrance of something that your mother is cooking. Okay, so you will get an idea. For example, your mother is cooking rajma chawal. Okay, so sometime you'll quickly ask your mother, mama, are you cooking rajma rice, right? So why this is? Because the particles of the cooked food, right, it is converted into gases and it mixed with the air present in the room or kitchen, and it spread to the whole house, right? So why it happens? Because they are constantly moving. The particle of matter are constantly moving. So this is also an example which shows that particle of matter are constantly moving. Okay, let's study about the next and the last property of particle of matter, that is, particle of matter attract each other. That means any matter will be made up of very small particles, and the particles of the matter will be attracting to each other with a certain force. Okay, they will be having certain force of attraction. It will be different. The force of attraction will be different in case of solids, liquids and gases, and in case of different solid matter it will be different. The force of attraction will be different. To understand this, let's take an example of few solid matter. For example, you have chalk. All right, you have chalk, you have iron, you have chalk, you have iron, you have rubber band, right? And you have some wooden block. All right, so now when you have to break the chalk, you can easily break the chalk into 2 or 3 on pieces. usually by your hand only, right? That means the force of attraction between the particle of chalk is not so much, okay? But if you try to break the piece of iron with your hand, you will not be able to do this. All right, why? Because the force of attraction between the particle of iron matter is very strong. Okay, for this you might need a hammer. Okay, why? Because the force of attraction between the particles is more. Next, in case of rubber band, it will be more less than your chalk. It will be easily stretched. You can easily stretch the rubber band and it can break. Okay, so this also shows that the force of attraction is less in case of rubber band also. Next, if we talk about wooden block, the force of attraction will be, you can also not break the wooden block with your hand, but it would be less than iron, right? So this experiment shows that the particle of matter attract to each other with certain force, right? And the force of attraction will be different and in different matter. So all these students were, these were your particle characteristics of the particles of the matter. I'll repeat again. First one was particle of matter are very very small. Secondly, the particle of matter have spaces between them. Next, the particle of matter are constantly moving. And the last, the particle of matter attract each other. So this was for today's video. In the next video, we'll be learning about solids, liquids and gases. We'll be starting with solids. Thank you so much.